Welcome, Virgo, to your mid-month reading for May. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you in the mid-month. Straight in here. This message. Ooh, what do we got? Firm foundation coming out. Wow. Talk about being sturdy, reorganizing, and it feels like a lot of career plans are going on around you at this time. Wow. Really achieving your goals. Having a little shadow work. This is where you're going to kind of go within yourself and kind of revise and kind of look around and see what's going on. You could be literally reorganizing some kind of plan to really get the better piece of the puzzle. And this is really looking deep within yourself and saying, okay, how do I get to this dream? How do I get to this vision for the future? What is going to help me achieve this goal and really take on this new plan? And this is for the new beginnings. And this really will help you get to this new beginning as you're doing a little shadow work, because it's going to be able to weigh the pros and cons within the situation. There could be a partnership and alliance that maybe you want to have firm foundations with this person. There is some kind of faded thing going on over here, but there is a place where you feel like you are in control of this situation, and it feels like, I'm getting these new firm foundations, I'm getting this new beginning, and it does feel like here I am walking into this new chapter that feels a little more faded, a little more destined for my authority, and being able to take control of the situation. Wow. And having this partner in alliance is saying, well, there's going to be a waiting game for them. They definitely, yeah, see, because they're not on the same destined path that you're on. Wow, because they're unaware of the situation at hand. So, and this is just because they're not seeing the joy and any celebration within the situation. Look, guys, they're not really focused on what's going on abroad and what you're doing. Okay, so they're kind of only doing what they're doing, and it feels like they're only focused on themselves. So you're kind of breaking old habits and doing these things over here so that you can get to your path and get to the things you need to have and things that are more important to you. And it feels like they're not on cue over here. Okay, they're kind of doing their own thing and kind of unaware of what you're doing. You know, as you're in shadow work, you're probably taking a little bit of a time out of conversations with this person. So they may even feel like you're kind of ghosting them at this time. And this is because you're saying, I don't really have anything to talk about with you, because every time I talk about this with you, it backfires. Let's just put it that way. It backfires. It doesn't go well. And this is because you're so overly focused on everything else that's going on with the situation when I'm trying to be focused on, you almost could even say maybe reality. Okay, and so you're trying to keep the committed relationship going and having faith within this committed relationship, but you're also trying to keep the hopes and promises to yourself. The problem is where they're focused on the relationship is kind of in rose-colored glasses. I'm sorry, that's what it is, and you can see it. It looks, look at this L-shaped. They are in an L shape. You are in a box. You know, I hope you see that. I hope I hope the camera actually can show you this. This is the box that you're in, and this is them. L. Okay? So you could say, I'm in a box, I know where I am, and they're kind of lost. The backwards L. And it does feel like they're a little lost. Because they're wearing this rose-colored glasses. I don't even feel... you could say that because it's upside down, that they're lying to them, to themselves. They're definitely living in their own facade, and definitely rose-colored glasses, because they're not seeing the bigger picture to the situation. Not using any intuition at all. That's why the awareness is upside down, because they're not fully aware of what's really going on within this relationship, even within your life. And so you're struggling to try to put all these pieces together for your own happiness and stability. And they're just kind of, we're just going to say, they're lost. Plain and simple. I mean, So as you're trying to break old habits or do any of these things, it's almost like they're kind of holding on to these things and you're kind of lost on the journey. With the Knight of Pentacles, it's like I'm finding my destiny and I'm kind of walking out of this chapter of my life. It's slow and persistent, but at least I know where I'm going. I know exactly where I'm going. And for some of you, you might even be going straight towards a Taurus. I just want you to let you know that. For some of you, you're saying, I'm kind of done with this relationship. I see that too. I'm going to bring it up. I'm kind of done with you being lost. I'm kind of done with you being in a rose-colored world. And I'm actually more focused on going towards this Capricorn or this Taurus. And that's a scenario that's huge. I'm going to say Taurus for now because I have 2 Taurian cards. And it seems like the person that's kind of delusional over here might be some kind of water sign. Could be a Capricorn, or I'm sorry, a Capricorn. Yeah, somebody is definitely could be dealing with a Capricorn too, because if you want to keep saying, doesn't matter. It could be a Scorpio or a Cancer who is definitely in their own world. Okay. And you are in your own energy, and saying, well, here I am. Because the reason you're in your own energy is you're saying, this is my ball, this is my court, I'm my own authority, so therefore I'm going to sit in my own energy. Because I am exactly who I am. Yeah, there it is. I can't wait for you anymore because, see, I have all this good luck going around me. I am the emperor, and you're just kind of screwing around. It almost makes you feel like if you keep screwing around with this person and they don't wake up soon, or you don't get out of the relationship fast enough, that everything that's on the border right now, everything that's expansive that's going on within your life, you kind of feel like they might screw this up. Because you're waiting around too long. Maybe I need to get over here. I have this new opportunity. I need to move. I need to do this. And it might even make you feel like, God, if I lose this, what do I do next, right? So it's like you're wise and you're slow to be moving over here because you're kind of not only a day in the waiting game, but you're kind of putting yourself in the waiting game, waiting around. But that's okay, though, because you can put yourself there while you're doing shadow work, while you're trying to figure out the answers. So, guys, try to do it 2 in 1, right? Because if you're going to be in a waiting game, you might as well be doing some retrospective work. Might as well try to figure out what the hell is going on instead of just pacing back and forth, right? And this is because when destiny calls, they're holding on tight to whatever they think they're doing, but they're getting nowhere. I'm sorry, they're not giving any generosity to themselves or to you or anyone because they're withholding the whole situation. It's not moving anywhere. And this is because there's 2. They have to look behind them to see the 2 of Cups because they're kind of lost in their own. I'm sorry, they're lost in their own world. There could be even some depression going on within them to what keeps them veiled and keeps them blinded to the situation. Because they don't see any happiness over here. But it's crazy because it's almost like I keep giving you love. I keep showing you everything. I've showed you passion. I've given you everything, but you can't seem to see it my way. Guys could also be doing with a Gemini. 7 of Pentacles, but I keep planning. And it's almost like you keep planning and keep investing and keep doing all these things around them. It's almost like, wow. It's kind of like you have them in a bowl and you're just kind of running around a bowl. Don't worry, just sit there. Don't worry, just sit there since you don't know what you're doing anyways. I've got this. And that's exactly what's going on in its own way, right? It's just an example, right? It's just metaphoric, but it's definitely because you're waiting for this turning point, but they're turning the other way, saying, I don't see a turning point. You're going to come to the point where you're just like, okay, look, are you blind? How blind, and it's because they have this kind of veil over them. They don't want it. It shows depression and sadness over here because it shows they have no joy and happiness about any of the situation. Is it that they're blinding themselves to the situation? Are they being naive to this situation? These are the things you're going to have to go into shadow work and figure out, guys. Because you're going to say, well, I know my person, and that's another thing. You will know. Are they just naive to this certain situations because they wear rose-colored glasses? Are they literally lying to themselves because they're in a depression mode? And I'll leave all the other ones up to you. Not going there. Because there's other situations at hand. But that's for you. But yeah, it just feels like you're trying to be as sensual and as passionate and loving, yes, about the situation. But it's like every time you say something, they just, no. could even be playing victim about the situation because they don't. Look, there's only two scenarios here, guys. Either the person is super naive to understand the situation and they keep themselves in this bowl, like I said, you run around them, or there's just so much depression that they can't see past their hand. And so everything that you're bringing up is holding you back because of a negative mood or lack of understanding because they wear rose-colored glasses. I don't no. There's the energy is weird. Unless they're just so pessimistic that they just don't believe that anything good could come out of this situation. I'm telling you though, for some of you, you have a Taurus around you, or this Capricorn around you, that you're saying, even though I'm feeding this, I'm still going to feed this Capricorn or this Taurus because this is where I'm getting ready to go. I'm only going to feed this, this Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini for as long as possible, right? It doesn't have to be any of those signs. I'm just saying, for now, we're going to say you might be moving towards a Taurus and your person could be a Cancer. Okay, and Cancer's not getting it, wearing rose-colored glasses. And you're saying, I'm going to continue to feed Cancer over here until I actually leave to go be with Taurus. And that's for somebody. It's like you're making your way out. But it's only because you're doing it out of love, though, with the lovers. You're saying, I'm not going to 100% just, ghost them and bail. That's really what you're saying. I don't see that. And this is why you're kind of running circles around them. It's almost like you're patiently planning your escape. And I know it's not an escape card. It's actually more of a celebration, but I still feel it's kind of an escape. It's like I don't feel like I have to have a Seven of Swords to know it's an escape, guys. It's almost like I'm patiently planning to leave this house, to leave this area, right? And this is because you're trying not to make it hurt as much as possible. It's going to hurt no matter what, guys, right? And it's kind of like I've learned kind of in the past, how to kind of make it not so, harmful, hateful, So I'm trying to give it some love, but I'm definitely traveling away. And you're thinking about it, and you're trying to do it to where it doesn't hurt as much. I just don't, certain people, I don't know if that's really possible, but I see the point, though. I see the point, because there is a lot of really mean ways to leave, so I get you there. For others of you who are not leaving, because maybe you are in a committed relationship and you're married, you're just trying to ease the pain and get to where you need to be as much as possible. And trying to help this person out as much as possible, because it could be your wife or your husband who just doesn't get it, and maybe you're actually moving into a new house. Maybe you just bought a new house and you're trying to get them as comfortable, and they're like, no, I am not leaving my house. And you're going, yes, we are, because I got a new job in this town, and this town gives me a lot of money, and we're moving. And they're like, not getting it. Super unaware, like you've already made the plans, you've already rented a house, you've already got the U-Haul, and it's kind of like they're just kind of running around. See, and that's what I was saying. You're kind of like this bowl. They're like this bowl in the middle of the house, and you're running circles around them, getting the U-Haul, getting all these things, while they're just la la la, right? Living kind of in their own world, not really listening. Take it how it resonates. It doesn't have to be that, over dramatic. It's just the point, that they could just be really just even causing havoc to the whole situation. Maybe not wanting to leave, because no matter what, they're not being generous and helping you out no matter what. So it doesn't, take it as dramatic as you want it. The dramatics is great. You just grab some popcorn and a soda and we just, watch tarot. With the Six of Swords, it's like, this is how it's going. We're moving. Hello? And no matter what's going on in the situation, you're definitely moving. Metaphorically or in real life, you're moving. Because you have all these wonderful things coming at you. You just both need to have a deeper understanding and both value the same situation. So that way you can kind of And even maybe even kind of get on the same page. You can highlight the situation so that way they can feel like, you know what, this is an adventure and we are going to have fun and we can celebrate that we're having a good time. And I feel like this is what you want them to do no matter what. And like I said, unless you're getting away from the other person, you're just trying to make it as nice as possible. They're definitely not going to be celebrating. Okay, so definitely, however this is, you're moving on for the best of yourself. Okay, and that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye bye.